After the ball is over, after this game is done, after the die lot's finished, and you are short just one, many a knitter has made a tearful and desperate call, pleading with their local yarn shop, go after that ball.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 338. It is Saturday, January 5th, 2019, as we are recording. It's about 10 o'clock. We're a little bit late this morning, but we just kind of ran behind. So
it's a relative thing.
It's a relative thing. My name is Marlisha, also known as Lady Fernico.
And I'm Talia, also known as Franciscan Gypsy.
We want to welcome all new and returning viewers for the Fun in the Woman Cave. If you are new, we're glad you found us, and we hope you will return, that you find something you like. I'm losing my show notes here. If you are returning, we're always glad to see you back, so yay.
Yay.
If you are in the shadows, either new or returning, please feel free to join us officially. That should have been a word we put on our badge. Officially. We'd like to have you join us officially in the Ravelry and YouTube groups. On Ravelry, we are Pen, Hook, and Needles. And I believe we're also Pen, Hook, and Needles on the YouTube channel.
I'm pretty sure we are.
If you join us in those groups, especially the Ravelry group, that's where you'll be eligible for the prizes and the giveaways and things like that. A lot of camaraderie, a lot of support there. YouTube group, the more people who join us there, we'd love to see you there, and more people who are looking for this kind of podcast will be able to find us if you are joining it officially. We do have a new member who joined us officially, Joe Spicer, 1971, and that's Joe, and by the spelling, I'm assuming that's a female, so welcome, Joe. We're glad to have you with us. Yay.
Yay.
That's awesome. Okay, let's see here. We have no upcoming because we are starting everything. Everything has been started. We do want to mention the Creature Feature Cal Cal Lal, which is in the Crocheting Hoovian group. And as always, I'm going to preface this now. I've done this for about the last 6 weeks or so, just so until you remember, because I've done it differently in the past. And if you're new, I'm not going to go through the rules and things for the other people's groups. You can assume that if we mention them, we watch them, or we have just found them and we like them and we think you might enjoy them. And the rules will be in their group, okay?
Because we tend to have a long podcast.
Yes. And we have a lot of things because we have two alongs to give out prizes for, and just there's a lot going on. So for the Creature Feature
we didn't do our tea.
We didn't. We didn't.
And you have more projects.
Okay.
For those of you who are new to us, we developed a rule a long time ago because we would fight every single episode about
I do not fight.
It was its own section.
It was.
The who would go first with their tea section.
And people got perturbed if it didn't occur.
But we changed the who would go first with their tea section to if someone has more projects, they go first.
So this is what my daughter's head looks like, and that is an oboe. You are not misseeing that, okay? With my little, I don't know what you call this thing, helps keep the tea warm. Talia got a set, and she gave me 2 or 3 of them, and she has 2 or 3 of them.
It was a set of 6. I gave you 3. I have 3.
Oh, okay. So
I'm pretty sure a set of 3.
So
maybe a set of 5.
This is my Stargazer Caramel Mott Chai. This is, of course, Plum Deluxe. Kick back and let this tea open your mind. All organic mott tea, cardamom, ginger, orange peel, cloves, cinnamon, aniseed, natural spice, and caramel essences. Love, gratitude, has caffeine. And thank you, Linnea, for mentioning us over there on the Plum Deluxe Facebook page when you joined or bought or whatever it was you did. We're really happy that you got some tea.
Yes.
And that you mentioned us. That's exciting. If you do go to Plum Deluxe and join the subscription, or you buy, do let us know that we sent you there. You know, that's kind of fun for us.
Yes.
You know, that's kind of neat. So this is what I'm drinking, and I love it.
Gush, gush.
Oh yes. Okay. Gush, 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 gush. Rockets. And not the scary trash
Panda.
panda.
He's a puppy.
He's a trash panda. It's a puppy. Puppies are cute.
Can I pet your puppy?
That was so mean.
Yeah, the look on her face after Rocket
Bit her or tried to bite her?
Tried to bite her. She gets whole. She's so cute when she's
But now
there.
Rocket would never do that to her now.
No. That's good. A little mild for me.
I love it. Love
But you like your teas a little milder than I do.
Doesn't taste mild to me.
But you also put less sugar in it. than
Yes, I do. I do put less sugar.
So that is a good tea.
It's one of my favorites.
I have one that was in the advent calendar. I picked up.
I love that too.
Gingerbread chai tea. So it's plum deluxe. Spicy and comforting like a favorite blankets. I picture Linus. Pair with winter rituals and comforting traditions. So it's got black tea, honeybush tea, cinnamon, orange peel, ginger, cardamom, allspice, clove, black pepper, calendula, flavor essence, joy, and gratitude. Has caffeine.
Oops.
Okay, who's attacking me? Hi there. Okay. I don't remember what this one's name is.
I forgot. I have to look.
I know this is one of the funds.
Yeah. I forget what this bitty's name is. I have to look it up. This is Heidi's yarn. So it might be something
Mom,
related
is
to
your
that.
owl in the timeout?
No.
What did you do, Kristoff? Were you being Hans again?
No, absolutely not.
Maybe he was being, what's the ranger's name? Sven.
Sven, yeah. No.
He was being Sven.
It was being Olaf.
He was being Olaf. Okay. Anyway,
Yes, we watched too much Frozen.
Davina and I watched when you guys went
Yeah.
on it, so.
Okay.
Hang on.
Okay.
Tea test?
Well, you are not
Your animals attacked me.
fast enough.
They attacked me.
The attack of the,
Stuffies.
yes, the amigurumi. Amigurumi attack? Attack of the amigurumi?
This is delicious. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad I picked this up. I'm going to be so sad when this goes away. Because this is one of his seasonal ones.
I bought some.
I might need to pick up some more so I have a stash.
I think I have one or two of this. Let me see here. Smells good. I need to make sure I have another one of this. Of course, you do put more sugar than I do, but still. I might have to pick up another one of this. That's excellent. They're both really good.
Gim. You can't have it anymore.
Okay. Back to in other groups. Okay. The Creature Feature Cal Lal, which is Crocheting Whovian, that's her podcast group. And that's a Crocheting Whovian, that's Laura Concert. And that is, she's doing that with Doc Firewoman, who is from the Diary of a Physicist Farm Gal. Podcast group. Okay. I don't have first-hand knowledge of that. Laura says it's really good. The rules are in Laura's group. It's a year-long, theme-driven toy-along, so it goes in quarters. And I believe this quarters is Under the Sea toys. So take a look at that. It looks like a lot of fun. I'm going to try to finish some of my turtles for that. So, sea turtles are under the sea, and as long as they're turtles, they have relations to the sea. So I'm assuming they will be all right. Laura can tell me if they're not. For 2019, in the Comforting Crafts group, this is B-Wing. She's one of our members. It is not a podcast group, but it is a really fun group. She's going to be doing, and someone asked about this, she will be doing 19 hats in 2019. Yay! She was doing, yes, What Are You Reading 2019, Dishcloths 2019, and Color Work 2019. She's got a lot going on. I'm so excited about that. She's got a ton of stuff going on. I didn't mention all of it because I wasn't sure how it was related to alongs. Just go to her group. She's got a lot going on. Okay.
Brittany, I heart you.
Yes, lots of hearts for Brittany. Yeah. Okay, I have to touch base with her. But anyway, 19 and 2019 in the Bee's Knees group. This is another one of our members, one of our moderators. That's Studio Von Design. That's Vonnie. And more information in her group. She hasn't she just put down that she would be doing something. She didn't say what it was.
Oh, okay.
So all I have is 19 and 2019 of whatever it is she's doing. I don't know what it is. She is a lot of fun. She makes me happy with all her fun stuff. So you might want to check her out.
I didn't do very well in the 19 toys or 18 toys in 2018.
I think I got 4 or 5 toys.
I did 1.
Yeah, I did Little Chompy.
It's the loneliest number.
I did 1, except for the number 2. I did 1 Chompy, and I think I did a couple others.
But 2 it could be his bad one, but the loneliest number is the number 1.
And yes, that is a reference to a music group. So
A song.
a song and a music
I don't
group.
even know what the group is who sings it.
I'm not going to say. I want them to say.
Tell me.
I think, but I'm not sure.
I don't think I ever actually knew that.
That might not be. It might not be. It doesn't
Davina
sound right.
would know.
It doesn't. No, yeah, we'll ask Davina later. I want to say that, but I'm not sure. I think it's somebody else, but I can't remember. Okay. Anyway, end of digression. Okay, so we have those. No.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry, we can't remember the name of the group.
And we don't want to give it away to you, so you guys have to try and give it to us, and we'll check it out with our resident experts, my husband and my daughter, my other daughter, so, what they say. But okay, those are the alongs that I want to promote right now. The Creature Feature Cal Lao, and the 2 groups that we mentioned. So it's Laura Concert's group and Brittany's group and Bonnie's group. Now,
I need a shorter cable for this.
I should make you wait, but I'm not going to. The alongs, the prizes.
Oh.
Prizes.
Yes.
I like to give out prizes. They make me happy. So, all right.
We've never waited till the end of the
No.
podcast for prizes.
Okay, the person who won this never contacted me. I don't know if she didn't see it or what, but I waited about a month or a month and a week. So this, we repulled for this. Now this is, I would probably over-dye this, but you can do whatever you want. The winner now for this is I Know Who You Are. Okay, I know who you are. I know you've contacted me before. Please contact me again that you won this yarn bundle set, the gray and the pink. Let me know what you won and your name and address so I can send it to you, okay? So I know who you are. You won this repull for the yarn bundle. Okay, the gray and pink. Let me write this down so Taya can remember to tag it.
Thank you.
I want to keep people who want to be anonymous.
Yes.
So,
I wish to remain anonymous.
who you are. Okay. Now, the PHNT and Tails 2018 prizes, that's this last year, we're done for the year. We have started the new year, which is exciting. The Plum Deluxe Tea Prize, and this made me laugh because I think she won it last time. Plum Deluxe Tea Prize is Rena Gale.
Did she win it?
I think she won it again. Rena, contact me.
She won it again.
Hey, fair and
Yep,
square.
fair and square.
I pulled her number first.
So, Rena, if you are winning it again, you might have it in your future to be a Plum Deluxer.
That's true. So, Rena, contact me. I don't remember if you said you needed decaf only. Contact me, and I will have Plum Deluxe send that out to you as soon as I know your preferences. You know, is it okay to have caffeine? Is it not okay? Do you prefer decaffeinated or whatever? So, congratulations on winning the Plum Deluxe prize. The Mom Cook Loom Knit pattern, donated by Renee, thank you Renee, is Hooking for Fun, who is Elizabeth. Okay, so Elizabeth, contact Mom Cook and tell her that you won one of her patterns, and she will set you up with that, okay? So that's Elizabeth. And tell her you need to get back with Mom Cook so she knows somebody's going to be contacting her.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? Yeah, you need to do that today, okay?
Yeah, at some point
Yeah,
today.
please.
Because I terribly...
Well, you need to, because I don't have the thing to contact her
Yeah.
about. I would have done it already, but I couldn't.
Yeah, I completely forgot.
Looking for fun. Okay, congratulations, Elizabeth. Now, for the big prize, the big one, okay? This prize. And everybody was eligible for this. No one was, it didn't matter if you were overseas or not, okay? We just, if you were involved with this, from numbers 2 to the end of it, you were eligible. And this one went Bonnie, Name, address, and that you won the big one, okay? The PHN Mega Prize, okay? Congratulations, Vonnie. Let me know that you won this. Name, address, and the fact that you won the PHN Mega Prize, okay? Congratulations.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now, the next prizes, we are also finished with the toy along, and I need a little bit of a drink, excuse me. It gets better as it sits.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Some teas do that.
Mm-hmm. Now, for the toy along, we closed that, or Valeria closed it. I don't know if Valeria closed it or I did. I think I closed them. No, she closed them. She closed them. Thank you, Valeria.
Thank you, Blair.
The winners for the toy along, and all the stuff was so cute in there. I did do almost all of them, and then I think I missed like the last few at the very end, but they were all really cute. So the winners are as follows. Okay, for the knit toy book. No, I'm sorry, for the crochet toy book. Let's see, that's this one. This one goes to Valeria.
Yay.
Okay, Valeria, congratulations. Name, number, name, address.
Name, number,
name,
huh?
number. Yes, social security number, bank account number. Give it to me. Okay, Valeria, this is yours. I just want to put a notation in here because
Are socials a European thing as well as an American
I don't know.
thing?
I don't know. They have something, I'm sure.
I'm sure
but
they have something, but would it be social security?
I have no idea. Okay, so this is Valeria's. So Valeria, you won the Crocheted Softie book by Stacy Trock. Please contact us to let us know that you won it. Okay, congratulations. Name, address, you know the drill. You win a lot of things from us. Okay, our next winner is for the knit toy book. Okay, that's this one here. This is Sue, Family
yay.
Diva. Okay, so Sue, I need you to contact me with your name and your address and the fact that you won the Itty Bitty Toys. Okay, that's
And she does some cute toys.
she does. This is Susan B. Anderson's knit
She have a
toys.
puppy in there?
She might. Okay, so this is Sue. It's Family Diva. Congratulations, Sue. Okay. All right. Now, the toy book bundle. That's these two. It's one knit. No, they're both crocheted. I misspoke. They're both crocheted.
Did you fib?
This toy book bundle goes to Allison Roseboom.
Yay.
Allison, I need your name and the address to which you want me to send this. I know sometimes you have me send this to your family, so let me know where you want me to send this, your name, and the fact that you won the bundle, the toy bundle, and where you want me to send it, okay? Allison, congratulations.
Congratulations.
You want us to send that? Okay. Now, make sure I'm not missing anything. The skein of yarn donated by Mama C, who's Christina. The first skein she donated for us. That's this one. Okay. This was won by Jodidiah. Jody.
Hey, Jody.
Okay. Congratulations, Jodidiah. Jody. Name, address, and the fact that you won the skein of Boboli lace yarn. This is not a lace yarn, I don't think. I think it's, let me see. It's 350 yards, so I'm thinking it's maybe a sport.
Would they just called it a lace?
Yeah. Let me see here. We're using a, it says a 4mm hook. That's a G. That's a worsted. So, DK worsted. This is a really pretty skein of yarn, Jody. So contact us and let us know that you got you saw this and that you won this green and blue kind of skein of Boboli yarn. Okay. Let's see. We have two more skeins donated by Christina. They look like this. They are Plymouth Encore. I love Plymouth Encore. It's a nice yarn. I have some still in my stash. This is really pretty. She donated this to go together in the hopes that maybe somebody want to make a toy out of it. Okay? And this is one by Steph Keith.
Yay.
Stephanie, who has been doing some really nice toys. She's doing one of your bunnies.
I actually know that I owe Steph an email, but I suck.
Stephanie, let me know that you won the little blue and white yarn pack for the toy along. Name, address, and what you won, okay? Because I need to know these things because my brain just doesn't remember otherwise, okay? Okay. Now, the stitch markers from Cappy. Okay, these were donated by Cappy, and I forgot to pull for them in our last along. So these are going out in this along. Aren't these pretty? Her mom is not making these anymore, as far as I know. So you have a limited edition, and this goes to Teresa, TMB 99.
Oh, yay!
So TMB, Teresa.
Does she knit as well?
I don't know, but I think she can use this regardless. You know.
Oh, they do with the clips. Okay, good.
Yeah, yeah. Well, this one does. It's a progress keeper. Okay, so Teresa, these are stitch markers and a little progress keeper made by Cappy, who is the Yarn and I.
Cappy's mom.
Cappy's mom. Yes, Cappy's mom. Mm-hmm. So, and you can't get these anymore. So, contact me. Let me know that you won the stitch markers from Cappy's mom, and give me your name and address, and we'll get it out to you. Okay. And there's one more prize. It was a last-minute prize that's really kind of exciting. And this is the Malaysia prize package, mystery prize package.
Oh, who won that?
I want to know who won. Let's see. That's Linnea.
Oh, Linnea, lucky you.
Linnea, you won the Malaysian prize package. So you contact Allison Roseboom, okay? Allison Roseboom, and tell her that you won the mystery prize package that she donated for the toy along, okay? She'll know what that is.
You can put down Allison's name as well, so that way Linnea will know what that was spelled and all that.
Allison Roseboom, and you can check it out for me. Yeah. Allison Roseboom. So just, contact her, and she will work out the logistics with you, okay? I have no idea what she's sending out, but that's pretty exciting, I think. And we'd love to see that posted because we have no idea what that is. Okay. So congratulations to all the winners. And to all who participated. I think everybody who participated was a winner because, we got enabled. We got to, cheer each other on. And it was just a lot of fun. I couldn't be as active as I liked, but I enjoyed seeing everything. Let me just move this out.
As always, the toys were adorable.
Oh, the toys are always adorable. And the stuff in the PHNT and Tails, I got such a kick of seeing out how they related things. Yeah. Now, somebody asked for this Tea and Tails about Futurama and superheroes. Now, superheroes was
already included.
Already included as long as it's got a graphic novel or a novelization, and they have plenty, so that's fine. Futurama, I tried to check, and all I could find was comics, like about 32 pages. That really doesn't fit. It should be a graphic novel of some kind. Yeah. Okay. We do accept children's books. I did want to ask about fables. I think fables are a story in themselves too. They probably should be. They're called tales. Yeah. So they probably should be accepted. But chapter books and children's books and novels and novelizations and graphic novels and things like that. And I do appreciate the person asking the question, and I do appreciate Valeria for ear burning us so we could answer that. I did respond, and I really do appreciate them asking. 2 of the projects will be perfect. The other one, not for Tea and Tails, but for Ready, Set, Go. If you haven't started it, please put it in there. That it would certainly fit there for Ready, Set, Go, which has no such constraints on it. Yeah. All it has to be is started January 1st or later. Okay? All right. Now, moving on. That's kind of a nice segue into the PHNT and Tails 2019. All right. It's just like last year. And it's, anything related to tea and or tails, okay, is back by popular demand. We're really excited that you liked it that much. It will run January 1st through December 31st, and it will be divided into quarters like it was this year. It just makes it easier for us. We don't want to have to give a gazillion prizes at the end of the year.
And then also, it's timed at the same time as other alongs. Prizes come to be due.
Right. I mean, it's easier to do it quarterly. It's pretty much the same. It's projects have to be knit, loom knit, or crocheted. Previous WIPs are allowed for PHNT and tails. Chatter and pictures in the same thread, and they must be tied in some way to way, shape, or form to T and or tails. It can be together as well. I love some of the stories that some of you guys, how you tied it in. Rose is a master at this. Rose, what's her?
Rose Bob.
Rose Bob. She is an absolute master at that. If you want to be entertained while you are seeing the project, read her posts. Okay? And then, let's see. Okay, 1 WIP per project per week, the FO whenever it's finished. Prizes will be announced soon. I'm pulling them together. We're, just seeing what people have given us and that kind of stuff.
Going through our
stash and all kinds of stuff,
yeah.
Okay? Do have a question. How do you feel about receiving slightly used project bags?
I personally think that it's not. I would be delighted.
Well, I want to know because I don't want to offer them if they wouldn't be. Okay? If you would...
And by slightly used, we mean maybe it held a ball of yarn once.
Yeah, okay. So I'm not talking about things that we might have used a lot. We're talking about things that maybe we didn't use a whole lot.
I was just thinking it was a Big Bang reference when I posted it on Facebook where he was excited because Leonard Nimoy touched this.
And that has to do what with project bags?
We touched it.
Okay, fine. Anyway, if it was slightly used, I mean, then, and it might be a little more than just having held a ball of yarn, but if,
but not like it was consistently used.
No,
it was not one of our, absolute favorite project bags that we always use.
Exactly. And I'm not saying that will happen, but just for future reference, okay? Just let us know in the episode thread or in the YouTube thread. As always, Franciscan Gypsies Designs, my yarn, will be eligible for 2 chances at a prize for the FO, and if they're together, 3 chances. You must be responsible for your multiple postings on your own. Joanna Johnson is again a featured pattern, as is Mom Cook, as is Crocheting Hoovian, and Studio Von Designs. As long as you can make them fit into the T and or tails, we like to promote our members, and those are featured patterns. 2 chances at a prize for the FO if it's used with my yarn. 3 chances at a prize. You just make sure you do multiple postings and tell us why. Okay? And I need to make sure I put these people in so they get tagged. Joanna Johnson and Mom Cook are really very, very good and prolific designers, and we're excited to have them as part of this, as we are Laura and Vonnie. Laura has started taking off too. She's been doing a lot of patterns. So, that's just something to consider. We'll get to the prizes when we get to them. Now, the Ready, Set, Go is also started, and this one is a 3-monther. It's January through March, beginning of January the 1st, all the way to the 31st, I think it is, of March. 30 days has September, April, June, and November, all the rest of 31. Yeah, so March, 31st of March, and this is basically the same rules. Doesn't have to be related to Tea and Tails for Ready, Set, Go, and it has to be started January 1st or later of this year. So that means no prior WIPs. If it's done even December 31st, 2018, it is not eligible. If it started January 1st, once it's started, you can post all the WIPs you want. 1 WIP per project per week, of course.
Yes.
And the FO whenever it's finished, as long as it was not started before January 1st. In the month of January only, and this is another thing that's is related only to this, and that's not the word I wanted, but it's only related to this particular along. You can rip out projects and be eligible for the ripping out in January only. You must show the picture of the WIP and then the picture of the yarn all re-scanned or balled up or whatever. Okay, and that will count as 1 chance at a prize. We do have a lovely co-host for this. We has contacted Lorraine, who is LNS Crafts from the LNS Crafts podcast, and she is co-hosting with us, and she's fun. She's so sweet. So you might want to check her out as well. Be able to get double chances at a prize. Do read her rules. They're slightly different from ours, okay? The basic concept is the same, but she's handling it a little differently. So you just want to make sure you read her rules, okay? And she's really a lot of fun. Chatter and pictures are, as I said, it's all the same as the other along, except for the caveats I already did, okay? And we will talk about the prizes when we have them set up. I'm still going through it. We do have the featured patterns and featured prizes, featured yarns. My yarn, Talia's patterns, the biscuit hat by LNS Crafts are all featured patterns for this, okay? Featured yarns, featured patterns for this along. And I did not put in, well, I guess I don't need to. I may change that later. I have to go back and see. Okay, the tag for this is the PHN Ready Set Go 2019 on Ravelry and hashtag PHN Ready Set Go 2019 on Instagram. And Lorraine has her own tags for it, so you might want to check that out to see what it is. And I forgot to give you the hashtags and things for Tea and Tails. It's a little different than it was last year, even aside from the year. It's PHN TNT 2019, okay? And then hashtag PHN TNT 2019 on Instagram. It's just a lot easier to write than Tea and Tails. I always forgot to put the extra A.
Right.
So, you know, okay. So that's that, okay? I think I earned a little tea.
I think you did too.
And then we can go into
Plum
whips.
Deluxe tea.
Plum Deluxe tea. Oops. This thing it really has suction on it.
You get to flip the edge up.
Between it and the warmer,
it stays
hot.
Yeah.
That's a big thing for me.
I mean, it's not going to be piping hot. No,
it's still pretty hot. Okay.
And she likes boiling the top of your mouth off hot.
Do not, in fact.
You
okay.
do, in fact.
All right.
If it's not steaming when it arrives to you, you're like, they serve me cold soup.
This is not soup. Okay. We're in our whips now. Our what do I call this? Rough drafts. Okay. This is my Kiki Boo Holiday Owls bag because I use this all year round. This will not be going up for a prize. This is really well made. Is my Sherbet
Do you want to try that again?
Sherbet baby hat. Okay. And I did make quite a bit of progress on this. I was kind of happy with this. It's a very lightweight hat. It looks like it almost looks like sky and then rain. Orange rain, not purple rain.
Purple Rain, is that a song?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I'm sure they know the artist.
I don't.
Prince.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
And wasn't that the artist formerly known as Prince?
Formerly known as Prince, yes. Okay, my next one is in my Valeria bag. I love my bag. She did not make it, but she gave it to me for my birthday, and I love it. And it still has the tag Valeria. See? So I remember where it came from.
Well, I don't think I've ever removed a tag from the bag that Christina.
Oh, right. I didn't either.
It still has my name on it.
It has my name on it, yeah. This is my On Cloud 9 project. I only did one row on this, but it's a fairly long row. So it's coming along, and I'm enjoying it, and I'm definitely a process knitter, apparently. So look at that. Isn't that... Oh, I love that. I can't wait for this to be finished. Isn't that pretty?
I thought you said you're definitely a process knitter.
I am, but I want this. I can be a process knitter and a project knitter. Just depends on when, what mood I'm in. I'm trying to figure out how I did this before. How did I do this last time?
I know not.
I don't know. Anyway, so that's my two. This is Lala Simple Shawl, and I'm using 10.5 Chow Glue Red Lace Circulars and Undead Yarn Bulky in the natural colorway. Okay, your turn.
Okay, so in my... This one actually got a lot of work. In my Silver Shed USA Fun in the Woman Cave bag, This was from 2017 for our 5-year anniversary. Has all of Dad's little chameleons that he made. I just realized I didn't put on a hat today. That's weird.
Your head a chance to breathe so you don't go bald.
My head's a little cold. And actually, I take it off a lot of times in the office because if I get overheated, I don't feel well. But, this is Felicia, and it's the Terra the Sea Turtle pattern.
Yay, Terra.
I was almost done with her shell last time. I finished her shell.
So pretty. It's a very bright and happy. It looks almost like a balloon. Oh my gosh.
And here's her head.
That's so bright. That's so fun.
She's going to belong in my office.
Sammy's little girl.
Look at her.
Sammy's little girl's gonna love that.
Yes, she is. My our pharmacy representative at work, her
2-year-old?
3-year-old. She's almost 4.
Yeah.
Will sometimes come by my office and will want to play with the toys. And she's a climber, so I usually bring down the toys so she's not climbing on the desk and stuff to try to get them.
Yeah.
She's not going to hurt the toys, but she might actually hurt herself climbing on stuff.
Yeah. You can't have her falling down.
Yeah. And these are made to be child safe. So, almost done with the first back leg.
Boy, I had no concept of exactly how bright that was going to be. That's so good. That makes me happy.
Well, that is exactly what, like, she's so incredibly happy. And completely different from the original one. The original one was more muted colors. The shell was plain orange, the bottom was white, and then it had a variegated Miss Babs on the face.
The coffee break? No.
It was one for Maryland Sheep and Wool colors.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And that was for the face and the fins and tail. So this is completely different from my original, the one that's in the pattern. So, yeah, this got a lot. She got a lot of work done on her.
I have to make some more of that. Makes me happy. I might have to make a bundle for that, for the turtle or something.
So, and she'll hang from the desk. Anytime I feel sad, I'll have to look over her direction.
And that's a DK weight, so that's...
Well, that was... Yeah, because the original was a Miss Babs, and it was Yowza.
Yeah, they've switched that to DK.
Yours is now DK?
Yeah, they call it DK now.
I'm not shocked.
Yeah.
Because I've used this as a DK for a very long time.
I usually use it for DK.
That's interesting.
At least I think that's what I saw when I went down looking for yarn. Okay. Let's see here. My next one is, and this one I didn't intend to work on. I was going through finding things I'm going to rip out, and you'll see those later.
I did this too.
But I started working on it.
I did this too.
This is my Faith, Hope, and Love bag. This is the Knitting's My Bag small bag. I love this. And I'm pretty sure this is Knitting My Bag. Yeah. And this is the Owls Have It. Now this is supposed to be a square for blankets. I'm not going to do a square. What I'm going to do, because I looked at it, and this is over 30 stitches. Okay? What I'm going to do, at least I'm hoping I will do this, is I'm going to continue to finish the pattern of the square. Then I'm going to continue in stockinette with the garter stitch sides till I reach a certain point, and then I'm going to do the directions for the pattern upside down, backward. And so I can have the pattern both ends. I'm going to make a scarf. Does that sound good?
That sounds fun.
Does that sound like it would work? I'm a little nervous about it because I'm a new knitter trying to adjust the pattern for this, but I've got Talia here to help me a little bit, and YouTube, and I got you guys, so hopefully, I think other than mitered squares, I'm just not a square person. And I haven't worked on that either, so...
Yeah, I'm like, you still can't really say other than mitered squares because you have never successfully...
I have completed a mitered square.
You completed a
Not this one, but I have. I have, I just tore it out. It was a long time ago when I first started. Do I not have a...
Dad would say, how do I answer that question? Do I not have?
Do I not have a...
What are you looking for?
I'm going to have to go and get the
the
metal things that Daddy got me. So that's this one. Now, we said we're going to go, and if I find I need to do 2 toward the end, I can, right?
Okay, yeah, we can do that. Okay. So, let me open up my show notes again. such as they are. It's really just a list I keep on my phone. Next is the Rainbow's End hat, which is in my Star Knits R2 bag, and my nurse practitioner thought that at first it was a bean bag.
Oh.
She's like, why do you have a bean bag? I'm like, no, it's my knitting.
So I can throw it at people. Whack!
She doesn't usually go into my office other than just a little bit in the doorway, but
Right.
we're seeing the same patient
Right.
at the same time. Usually I'll go in her office. But so this got a fair amount of work. This is a Diana's Hat by Joanna Johnson, and the yarn is I never remember.
Oh, it's something new.
Yeah, you're right. It's
Oh. And I found out I did the multiplication on that yarn from her. I have 3 of them. I have enough yarn to do that shawl.
oh yay!
Just barely, but I have enough yarn.
the shawl.
The woodland shawl.
Oh yeah. What's that in my bag? Okay. Let me find my tag because there it is. It is Tempting You yarns.
Because that's what I picked it up for.
Yeah. And it's working out lovely.
Very pretty.
Vivian, every time she sees it, she's like, that's pretty. I'm like, that's great. It's mine.
I knows it.
Well, I think sometimes she forgets.
Yeah. Well, you make so many things.
Yeah, exactly. And I think she's also used to when it's sparkly, it's hers. But that is not always the case.
She probably won't want my sparkly shawl.
No, probably not.
No. Even
I'm
if I-
actually kind of surprised she likes this.
Yeah. Well, she likes
Because
blue.
but it's dark. She doesn't usually like this dark.
Well, the sparkles are very prominent in that.
Yes, well, it makes me think of a dark night, starry night. It does not at all make me think of a Rainbow's End, but
Cosmos or something.
I mean, I
Aurora
guess
Borealis or something.
right, end of the universe.
Yeah.
But
It's a very pretty yarn.
it is a very
Regardless
pretty
of what it's called.
exactly.
If a rose would not call it rose, would it smell as sweet, right?
Oh, I was just thinking. Anne has a quote about that in Anne of Green Gables. She's like, if roses is called by any other name, it wouldn't be as sweet. But I don't think so. I think if a rose is called something like a horseradish, it wouldn't be nearly as.
We love Anna Green Gables. Okay, this is my Crochet Hoovian bag. This is from Silver Shed USA, and I think this is a medium. And this is my monkey bag project from the Surprise Backpack by Amy B. Stitch. And now I'm doing only a little crochet now because I just don't want to, I can't with my hands right now. But this is, it made a little progress. And I don't know how much, I think I might have another couple of inches before I can, it's really not that far from being finished. And if I have a good day, I'll try to finish it. But, and this is, I love this cotton, which is very nice to work with cotton. It's the nicest cotton I've worked with. And I haven't done Flock Perzonas yet. But this is a really nice cotton to work with. And it's red and monkey red. Silver Shed USA. Yay.
So next is. It's got a fair amount of.
Oh, I'm sorry, Taya. It's a Surprise Backpack by Amy B. Stitch. I didn't say
Okay.
what it was.
In my Silver Shed USA Kitties in the News bag, Alley Cat denied appeal. Under Cat Surprise Fans.
Because I'm an alley cat, isn't it?
Yes.
Smelly cat, smelly cat.
Search is over. Oil prices surge, but Sal's short hair cat is in. Cat fight over new eatery. Extreme makeover cat edition. Windy weather report with chilly calico. Color Point gives birth to Great Dane.
Oh, gee.
Sheba's gone sniffing. Fish and Chips Union salutes winner of Cutest Boss Award.
But a what?
Cutest Boss Award.
Oh, okay.
It's a Persian.
Okay, yeah, of course it is.
A Persian always does look like it's supposed to be like a mob boss or something.
It does. They always use the Persians, I think, with the Dr. No and that kind of thing. Those are
What
the white.
kind of cat was it that apparently in Blast. Really famous boss type movie. You've got what's his name, who played Sky in
Yeah.
he played a mob boss. What's it? Everyone watches it.
Godfather?
Godfather. In Godfather, there's a scene where he's holding a cat, and he's petting it and talking.
Usually it's a fluffy white cat.
I think it was a white cat, but I'm not sure it was a Persian. Apparently, it wasn't even supposed to be on set. It was just a cat
random
that wandered
cat.
on, and they're like, they plopped it in his lap and going, okay, just go with the
It's a
same.
good thing he wasn't allergic to
I
it.
know, right?
Because that's my husband. When we were still very young, newly married, we didn't have the kids yet. We'd get pets, and we picked up 2 of those really furry white cats, and from someone who was selling them. We ended up having to take them back because I didn't get home before I just started sneezing. And I'm not allergic to all cats, just some. And so I couldn't. We had to take it back. My eyes started itching, almost like a hay fever reaction. So we just took them back.
But that very long introduction leads us into the Spanish lady shawl. This
That has everything to do with Spanish ladies.
It has everything to do with the bag. And it is the On the Forest Floor by Simone Carite, using this Babs Yazawada skein in the colorways Obsidian, Vlad's, and Slate.
It's not slate.
What's the other one?
Pewter.
It's not pewter.
Yes, it is.
Pewter's yours.
No, slate is mine. That's Vlad's, I think.
It is. Let's see. Just watch me. Oh, there it is. Pewter. Ah, that sticks.
I know what my favorite one is. I know what I'm being. What she says. I know what I'm being. Lucy. I know what I'm being.
Oh. I know when being insulted.
I know what I'm being insulted. Yeah. Because apparently we can't remember anything. Isn't that
But
pretty?
I finished this little red section. I'll be going back into black for a short while, then into gray.
That'd be really pretty. She's close.
I'm getting close. I'm like 20 rows out or something. Which for these rows, they're really long right now.
About a month, maybe, or 2. Depending on how much time and
Well,
effort.
I think I'll take this and the color work with me while I'm waiting for my car.
Yeah.
So that got some work on it. It's just it takes a long time to work on this project. Just because where it's at. And I told myself I couldn't work on any of my other On the Forest Floors, so I finished this. Besides, I really want this one.
Right.
I don't have any black and gray shawls like this.
Right.
And I tend to wear, well, right now I'm
Look
wearing.
how much red I've been wearing lately. And gray.
It's not yours.
It's mine.
Not yours.
I talked to Rose about it. It's mine.
Oh, I see. As long as
Oh,
you
it was
talk to
Beth.
Rose,
It was Beth.
As long as
It
you
was
talk to Rose or Beth about it.
Beth said that she thought I lost, but we'll have another talk. Let me get a little more to drink here. Yeah, so Beth got called out. So did Rose, apparently.
For not even doing anything, she got.
She did do something. She got called out for her stories.
Yes, she did. Makes me think of what older ladies would call the soap operas, their stories.
Their stories, yeah.
I'm watching
okay.
my stories.
Yeah, that's what Mrs. Anderson used to call them, her stories. Okay. In my Ploverbird Owls bag, this one, is my Autumn in Avonlea project. This is from Anne's Imagination Cal Green Gables inspired pattern by Tanya Marie Anderson, and she's a member of our group, and she's got a lot of nice patterns. I didn't do a whole lot on this, just a little bit.
She had that one pattern that was actually #1 on Ravelry for
Oh,
a
I
while.
know, and I picked that one up.
I did too.
This is I like this because it's got short rows to it. I don't mean short row work. I mean it's got short number of stitches.
Right.
And so I did a couple of rows at the dentist office while I was waiting for Davina yesterday. So it doesn't look like I did a whole lot. Oh, look how pretty the pattern is showing up. It shows up a lot better on the camera than it does when I'm looking at it. That's so
Isn't that
pretty.
crazy how that
It's
happens?
so pretty. And I think this is Scano yarn. I'm using US 7s with this. And it's just really pretty. I'm enjoying working on it. The stitch marker is from Laura Smoot. She gave it to me at one of the fiber festivals. And I have quite a ways to go before I finish this section, but then we go into another section that I think is a little more mindless.
Mm-hmm.
And because what it is kind of a sampler. And it's really fun if I can just sit down and do it. So you guys may see some finished projects, but you just may see me bounce around from project to project all year. So, oh well.
Well, we mentioned we're very much process knitters.
Yeah. Well, our focus has changed a lot because circumstances have made it that way. We used to be able to, if we really needed to kick out a project, we could do it in a couple of days, a week, or whatever. We just can't do that anymore. So we just, our process.
Well, I've also come to realize I don't always care about when I get it finished.
Yeah. And
it's just I'm enjoying having it.
Yeah. And I take part in alongs as they fit what I'm doing rather than starting something I don't really want to start to fit in along. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so...
And I enjoyed all your responses to the little discussion we were having about what to say to people when they ask you to make something for them. I did talk to the lady, and she was extremely nice. I mean, she just is. She's just a nice person about it. She just, okay, I just wanted to, they said that you might. And I said, that's fine. If I have something extra, I can give it to you, but I don't have anything. So, and so that was handled fine. But it's just so, you really can't say yes to one person and no to another.
Right.
It's really hard.
Because then it's just like, people's feelings get hurt and... The rare time I actually made something for someone at work, and they had asked me to, was when Tara had taken a shift for me.
Right, and that's
so
something different.
Because I had to go to class,
yeah,
and she didn't want me working all night and then going to the class. Yeah. So she took a shift for me and didn't trade. She just took it.
Yeah.
And I made a hat for her daughter.
But see, that was your choice.
It was my choice.
She didn't ask.
And I asked her to keep it. No, she did ask. She said, could you make this for me?
Right.
For my daughter.
But that's something you're more than likely to...
And I was like, okay, but just, keep it on the DL. I don't want other people to know
that I did this.
Because
every once in a while, there's something that happens, and that, that happens, but you can't let it be known.
And that did teach me that I really don't enjoy commission knitting because I did not enjoy the process of making that hat.
The one that we did for the people at church, that was, we did a commission for that early on and just didn't enjoy it.
Yeah. But my project, I guess, now, you must have dribbled a little bit.
Yeah.
I worked a little bit, not as much as I would have liked. Because I just wasn't able to focus for some reason. This, in my Silver Shed USA Christmas peanuts bag, excuse me, is...
Such tiny little needles.
My Christmas stocking. It's not really...
Size 3s?
No, I think they're... Hold on, I can't remember. 2s.
Okay, so they are tiny needles.
They don't seem so tiny, but I guess they are. Especially since with Border Decay.
Right.
So this is my Christmas stocking. It's the nephew's Christmas stocking. I can't remember the designer. I'm using Mad Tosh Decay in the Shire colorway, and then this is Mom's Not Quite a Pug. And hold on, very much in the middle of a row.
That's so pretty.
But because I'm in the round, it doesn't matter terribly much.
Isn't that pretty?
And I am planning to monogram Mom's name on the top when I'm done with the pattern. So
pretty.
I do need to get to knitting on this.
You know who would like those, Talia? Is your grandparents.
I might have to cast on some before I cast on, because Tamina doesn't really care one way or another.
Right, but your grandparents might.
Right.
Especially, they would appreciate it.
Mm-hmm. And I enjoy knitting these. So yeah. I might look at some of the more complex ones.
Yeah.
Because I have some really pretty different...
Well, we'll talk about that later.
Okay.
Okay. All right, my next one is in my Silver Shed USA Lady Furnico bag in the blue. That's mine, Lady Furnico. In the blue. is Miss Peppermint Kitty Cat.
MPKC.
MPKC. Okay, you've seen most of this before. I've got the head and the muzzle and the tail are in the head here. The muzzle and the tail. So that's this. And then I've had the 2 parts of the body done for a while here. Okay. And now I'm working on, I think I'm working on one of the feet. No. What am I working on? I'm working on an ear. I'm working on the ear. One of the ears.
Her ear hurts. Her ear hurts.
Ear hurts. Her ear hurts.
Now, no one
will get that reference. I will be highly amazed if somebody gets that. My ear hurts. My ear hurts. That is the reference. If you can get it, I will be really
No
impressed.
one's going to get that one.
Okay, so this is just one of the ears. I have to make another one after I'm done with this. And I have this much left. I think it would be touch and go for me to finish Miss Peppermint Kitty Cat with just this skein. So I do have the Bare Necessities colorway as well, which is just my natural. This is, this kitty has 9 lives. This kitty's got 9 lives, and it's a DK weight, and it comes from Old Time Yarns. Okay, so that's this, and I may have some of this in there as well. You can see how it'll go fine. It's kind of coming unraveled here a little bit. I must have skeined it up kind of loosely. I don't think this one will fit under the sea.
No, I don't think so, too. The kitty definitely would not like to be under the sea.
Miss Peppermint Kitty Cat hisses at the idea.
MPKC.
MPKC, yes. So that's that.
Is it me turn?
Let me see how many I have left. Let me see here. I have 1, 2. I have 2 left.
I have 2 left.
Oh, okay, then go ahead.
Okay. So, then my Silver Shed USA. This one you haven't seen in a long time, this bag.
I know, that's true.
Nursing Caps on a Pale Field bag. This is one of my early Silver Shed USA bags.
Yeah.
This is, I actually was planning on ripping this out. And then I decided
mine.
and then I decided not to because I started knitting on it.
Mm-hmm.
And I remembered how much I really enjoy knitting on it.
Isn't that weird the way that happens?
So this is the Hitchhiker. And I'm using Marigold Jen in the Sidewalk Chalk colorway. So I'll probably end up putting this on like the table to for the church Christmas bazaar.
That's really pretty.
Because it's not a color I would really wear.
But it's beautiful.
But it's beautiful. It's just not one
because I have like 2 or 3 skeins of this.
So, but I forgot how addictive this pattern is. I'm gonna have to knit one in colors that I would wear. So
yeah, that's really pretty.
I am at I think 24 teeth
out of
42.
Yeah, the answer is 42. Counting is commencing.
11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Yeah, 24 teeth headed into the 25th.
You are inverse. 22 is
oh, yeah, 42, yeah. So,
that's pretty.
A little over halfway there.
It really is a pretty colorway. Marigold Jen did it excellent.
Well, Marigold Jen always is an excellent
She
job.
does. And she is the most supportive person ever. I mean, when I gave her, and I said this before, when I gave her a mini skein, she was very supportive of how I was dyeing my yarn and stuff like that. She's just really, and she's an indie dyer. It's, you know, it's just very nice.
So this is the Hitchhiker pattern by Martina Bim, which everyone is familiar with. This is one of the most popular patterns on Ravelry.
Yes.
And there's a reason for it. It's an addictive pattern.
Tanya thinks I'll like it, but I'll get to that later, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, now my next 2 are brand new. They're for the Ready, Set, Go. So do you want me to just go ahead and get started?
Yeah, because mine's brand new too.
Okay. My first one is in my Kiki Boo Brown Teacups bag. This is started for the Ready, Set, Go. This little bag here. This is my Randomosity from the Randomosity pattern, because I can't think of another name right now.
Creative that.
Yes.
Oopsie.
I am using, this is by Narniel of Endor. I still love that name. I'm using US 4s. These are 3.5 millimeter child glue red lace circulars. They finally came in. That was one of my acquisitions. And the Yarn and I minis in various colors, pinks, purples, kind of a peachy color. And this is from, it was gifted to me by Cappy. Okay, so I have about 215 yards, and because I have 10 gram skeins. And this, I just started. I had Davina, because I couldn't figure out what order to put in it. So I said, Davina, pull out one. And she was kind of first just kind of, well, I don't know if this one is. I said, okay, we'll put them both back and just pull one out. So she pulled one out, and I'm starting with this pink. This one. And I'll just, you know, do what it says until I run out of it, and add the next color that Davina picks, or I pick, or Talia picks, or whoever picks.
Well, that's what's kind of fun about scrappy type things is Davina, or you usually pick up my next color for my scrappy blanket.
And somebody asked about that. I think it was Lucky to Be a Lady. I think it was.
I feel like you're right.
That she wants about scrap timber, and we may do that for 1 month in September. If
my blanket would appreciate that.
Yes, and I might make something like this again if I like it. You know, I can even use a heavy.
And my
yarn.
Advent Cal would appreciate that. And
yeah, so we might do that in September. We just need to remind me. But this is the color, how it's working out. This is one of Cappy's new colorways. She sent me 5 mini skeins of new colorways. So this, I don't know what she calls these, but this is absolutely beautiful. It's right up her alley. And I'm only about 3 or 4 rows in, because I wasn't sure. When I got to yesterday or the day before yesterday, I didn't have anything on I didn't have anything to show you guys. I think I had 2 projects.
Really?
Yeah. So 2 or 3 projects, something like that. So going to the dentist helped a lot. And then sitting down with Daddy, I did a little bit there. So
now, there we go.
These are size 4s as well. This is another acquisition of needles. These are 16 inches, and the one I'll show you later are the other 4s, and they're 24 inch. If you go ahead, whoops, let's put this back.
I need to get my stitch marker so it doesn't run away.
I was going to put a stitch marker in my project, but right now I don't need a stitch marker, so I'm going to have to wait.
Yeah, mine does need stitch markers. So, okay, I'm going to... You kind of all probably know what this is, because we had talked about this the last podcast about what I was going to start. Well, obviously, I haven't started the Colorwork hat yet.
No. Oh, Laura's, you mean?
Yeah. I do plan on starting that. But I did go ahead and start Anne's Sweater by Joanna Johnson. I swatched last night, and it calls for US 7s.
Is that a big enough swatch?
I just need it for the stitch count. I don't
okay.
care about row count.
You don't care about the row count?
No, because you can always add more rows.
Okay.
And the US 7s it called for is too light and too wide. I mean, that's way too.
I don't know.
This is the one that actually worked.
They're both fine. What size is this? 6?
This is 5.
5. And these are 7s?
Yeah.
Okay.
And this actually got gauge.
Oh, okay.
So
this is a little open.
Yeah, it was a little too open in my thought. And also, this is alpaca and stellina, baby alpaca and stellina, so it's gonna stretch.
Oh, okay.
So I definitely didn't want it to be something that was too.
Yeah.
Now
you'll be able to use this if you need it, right?
Yeah, I'll just tear it out and pull back, because I'm definitely gonna need it.
See, this is the color. Isn't this pretty?
It's 20% merino,
Can't really see
80% Hayakaya, so it's 80% alpaca, 20% merino, and then it's got stellina in there.
They can't really see this colorway because it's so open. You really have to show it in the skein.
Yeah.
There you go.
So it's black with this sparkly red. And it's not the sparkly that you can pull out, it's actually its own strand.
So it's plied in.
It's plied in, which means it's a little scratchy to work with, but it does this beautiful sparkle.
That'd make a nice shawl.
Yeah, and I thought of making it a shawl at one point, but I picked it up for a sweater eons ago. So I did my 2 swatches. I actually fell asleep doing my swatch at one point last night.
You're purling.
Yeah.
Okay.
And just here now on the podcast, I cast on for the sweater using my US 5s.
Very cool.
And I think Laura gave me the bunny stitch marker I placed here.
Which Laura? Oh, Laura Concert.
Laura
Yes.
Concert.
Mhm.
So, yeah, you can't really see it right now, but here's the, yeah, I started the sweater.
Yay.
Yay.
Okay, my last project is also new, and you've just like the randomosity, you heard about this one as well. This is in my Silver Shed USA large size.
Oh, I forgot to say what one. You remember this bag? The original PHN bag.
Yep.
I think this was
Potterversary
mine.
100 or whatever. Yeah, it's your red one. Yeah.
Yeah.
The blue one's mine. This is Silver Shed USA large camping owls bag that Dwena got me for Christmas this year. And this is my Not Moss scarf project from the Elementary in Pashmina pattern by Joanna Johnson. And I just started this. You can hardly see it. It's called Not Moss because the colorway is lichen. It's really pretty. It's showing up more purple, but it's kind of this mossy kind of purple or licheny kind of purple and like a lavender, or well, licheny green and lavender kind of purple. And it's really, really pretty. So I just started this, and these are my new US 4 24-inch circulars. And I don't even have to take it off here because you can't really, there's not a whole lot to be seen here.
Yeah, it's kind of like my sweater.
It's just, so those are my cast-ons. Do you have anything to show for your frogs?
No, I did frog several projects, but I put all the yarn back where it belonged.
Okay, I'm going to show you what I frogged, and then I'll have a couple of questions, so let me go to that point. Let me see here. Okay, the first one I frogged is in my Silver Shed Autism Awareness bag. This one. Okay,
Here, guys.
and this is my, it was my Cerebel Table Runner project. Now you guys know how much I love Sarah Sweetheart's Cerebel pattern. I have like 17 projects of all different forms of that pattern. It's just too hard on my hands. So I went ahead and frogged it, okay? I may come back to that pattern. In fact, I'm positive I'll come back to that pattern when my hands feel better. But right now,
Because you made a lot of those.
I did. I made double digits of it. So I enjoy that pattern extremely much. Is that right? Yeah, I don't know. Another one I frogged is in my Ploverbird sheep bag. Okay, that's this bag here. And this was my 3 bags full of dishcloth from the Christmas basket dishcloth. Now, there was nothing wrong with this pattern. I just didn't want to do it anymore. And I wasn't going to do it anymore. So this is...
It was just sitting there.
It was just sitting there. It's taking up a bag. So, and I love this color yarn. It's cotton. It's very soft. I love this cotton. And I probably will do another dishcloth with it, just not that one at this point. I may revisit it because I like the pattern. It's nothing against the pattern. Okay? Anything I frog, unless I say otherwise, is simply because I don't want to do it.
Right,
It's not
exactly.
necessarily I don't like the pattern. Okay? The next one is in my Turbo Knitter large yellow Mickey and Minnie Mouse bag. And this, you never really saw because I was doing a new design, a crochet design. And it was just, I just can't do it right now.
And I ripped out some designs
So
too.
this is, I have 4 of these color spun. I love this colorway. I love this yarn. I think I have something in this colorway.
I feel like you do.
I don't know what
I think you made a scarf or something.
Yeah, I made something out of, oh, Daddy's scarf. I made Daddy's scarf out of this.
I was gonna say, I thought it was
So-
a scarf.
It's not that I love color spun. This is color spun. This is Plymouth Yarn Encore collection. But the pattern, even though it's just I'm not in a place where I can design right now. I can't be ripping out and doing again, ripping out and doing again. So that
You have to be in
went.
a certain headspace and
Physical
yeah, in physical space.
to do that kind of stuff. Now, another one that I ripped out is in my Kiki Poo Puggle
Puggles?
Puggle Pieces bag. Puzzle Pieces bag.
They're little pieces of pugs.
Puggles, yes. This was also a dishcloth. I started them for Brittany.
I ripped out dishcloth too.
And I'm probably going to go ahead and redo them, but they're just going to be very simple on my hands type of dishcloths. I just can't do anything that's going to be requiring me to do.
I think I just don't like dishcloths.
I don't mind them.
I don't like working with cotton.
This is the only cotton I like working with.
I've tried liking work with cotton. We talked about this before. I don't like the fact that it feels cold to me.
Yeah, I can use this because it has a nice drape to it. It's not so rough. I cannot work with Dishy or even Knit Picks. I can't work with their cotton. And I love their yarn. I just can't work with their cotton. This is the only cotton I've been able to work with. It's Hobby Lobby. I love this cotton. And I
might have to give you my Flock Brazonas cotton.
I have to see if I can work with that.
Because I just don't like working with cotton.
I'll have to see if I can work with that because I haven't even tried.
I think you would. If you like this, I think you like it. I just don't like working with cotton. That's all it is. I don't like the feel of cotton.
Right. And I don't necessarily like it for garments, but I do have a shawl that I'm going to be trying that was with Flock Brazonas if I can find the pattern. I don't know what I did with the pattern that I bought. But this is not a reflection. This was out of my own head as well, but I just decided I couldn't do it right now. So Brittany may get simple double crochet or single crochet or stockinette with garter ridge squares from me because that's what I can do right now. So they won't be super pretty or anything, but they'll be functional. Now these two, I haven't ripped them out because I want to ask your opinion. As always, I do what I want, but sometimes I need a little nudge to kind of get me to do it because I know what I should do and I don't want to for whatever reason. In my Silver Shed USA Tortoise versus Hare, this is a large as well, I think. This is my bobbing along baby blanket, okay? And I've made a ton of progress on this. I'm almost done with, I think, the second. Let's see. Maybe
Personally, I think you should rip.
This is the first skein of yarn. Now, this is another Surabelle project. This is how much yarn I have left.
Here's what I think she should do, and I've already told
Well,
you.
wait till I ask. Okay, so this is what I've got. Okay, now this yarn was given to me by Davina. I had one, and she gave me 2 more. So the only reason I'm kind of at loath to rip it out, I love the pattern for one thing. The other reason is she gave me the yarn. And I'm afraid if I rip it out, I might not do anything with it. So my question is, should I rip it out or should I try to keep going? And my hands being the way they are, I would probably have to use at least a skein and a half more of this because this is all I have left of this one, so you're probably going to get maybe another half of stripe or maybe another stripe of on here. So I'm only about a third to halfway through. So what do you think I should do? Should I rip it out and start something else? Or should I keep going?
I think she should start something else. I think that if she does like a simple garter baby blanket, it won't be as painful for her hands, and she could just do it without any thought process while watching TV.
I could do that, or I could do a very simple, what I used to do, which is a double crochet or half double crochet, and then edge it with a single crochet or something of another color.
Because Surabelle is just a little too much for your hands right now.
Yeah.
And so you're going to hurt yourself.
So I know probably what I should do, but if you want to chime in and give me a nudge, that would be nice, just so I don't feel bad about it. I know Valeria will say you don't have to feel bad about it, just do it. Valeria. So, okay, so that's one of them. The other one I'm thinking about not doing is in my Silver Shed USA Tootsie Pop Owls bag. And this is a Stacy Trock pattern. It's the Draco the Dragon Project from the Dragon Pattern by Stacy Trock. I'm not sure. This one I think would be less difficult to complete if I wanted to. I've got I don't even know what this is. I think it's I don't know what that is. This is the snout.
That would be something you would need to determine.
This is, I like to check the pattern. This is the snout with the 2 little bumps that go on the snout. And then I think this is the body I'm working on, so I'm still doing it. Let me see here. Oh, I'm sorry. I made 2 little horns. I've got this. What am I looking at? Oh, I see. I started the horns here. Okay, I started the horns. I think this is the body, and I have to change yarns. That's why I stopped. Let me see. I don't know why I did what I did. So I'm not sure if I should keep going with this. Yeah, that's what it is. Here's the... It's one of those things where you can mix and match. And I just don't know if I have the brain power to do this right now.
Well, that one you could possibly even put aside and think about.
Yeah, and that's what I was thinking, because it's a toy. It's all single crochet.
Yeah, that's one I think that you can put aside, think about, and you might decide later.
So, you know, what do you think? Should I... And I love toys, and it's not like it's going to go anywhere. It's unlike...
That one's not hurting your hands the way the Cerebel
Well,
is.
it hurts my hands to go round and round right now, but it's single crochet, so it's more likely for me not to hurt.
Yeah.
As opposed to the Cerebel, which is like 3 stitches plus another stitch plus another stitch, and then you do whatever for one stitch.
Right.
So you're like doing 3 or 4 rows for the one row. And like I said, I love the Cerebel pattern. I absolutely love it. So that I need to know if I should get rid of that one, and I need to know if I should get rid of this one. And I will probably get rid of others as I go as well, but those are the ones I'm concerned about right now. Okay, so I appreciate your help with that. I guess my royalties.
Yep.
How many do you have?
Bag of tea. And 3 patterns and a book.
Okay, I have bag of tea, the patterns, and my magnet. So I'll just, this I already showed my needles. This is my size 5s that I got at the same time. So now we're even. Okay. So what do you want to show first?
Okay. I was trying to see if I could get through the row, but I can't.
You want to show the tea first?
Yes.
Okay, we'll show tea first. We both got tea.
Yes, from Goldilocks. And you saw my gingerbread chai.
Okay, there you go.
And some of these are ones I picked up. Like, I love the Peach Bellini. This is one I re-got.
No, you picked up even more than I did.
And then Holiday Embrace Herbal Tea. Did you pick up that one too?
Mm-mm.
Some more of the Calm Chamomile Bloom Herbal Tea.
I just got you some of that.
Well, I didn't know that when I
Oh,
ordered
right,
it.
right.
I ordered it before Christmas.
Right.
So I didn't know that. And then Davina might have ordered me a different chamomile. There's a couple chamomile ones.
No, that sounds like what she got.
Okay, I can't remember. And then Easy like Sunday Morning.
I got Deluxe Pumpkin Spice Tea and Stargazer Caramel Mott Chai and Spicy Caramel Apple. I need to make sure, see how many I have of the gingerbread and see if I have enough of that. But this is... Oh, I didn't see what I got for my free one.
Oh, you know, I didn't check to see what I got for my free one.
Reading Nook.
Oh, that's a good one. That's one of their favorites.
Okay.
Vanilla Cream Herbal Tea.
Ooh. Smells good. Okay, so that's what we got for that. Okay.
Then next is, I guess, patterns.
Okay.
I guess we should show the ones we have in common first.
Yeah.
So,
Because our friend, George...
those who are longtime viewers remember George when we were a baby podcast, when we were still in our first year, hadn't hit
George.
100 members yet.
George is amazing.
And George was very...
He's very supportive.
He was very supportive, and he was a very active member in our group at that point in our podcast.
Right. Now he's so busy designing.
Oh, yeah.
He's a very good, very talented designer.
Yes, and he has a sale going on right now. It goes on till Sunday. And you put in, I think it's new 20 is the code.
Right.
And it's on all of his patterns. So the ones we picked up in common were the bending bars.
Yes, it's this one here.
And I'm going to show the second page because...
Isn't that pretty?
And here's...
This is knitted. These are all knitted.
You can see what it looks like on the top.
It's very pretty.
And then the other one we
Got in common.
got in common was the revolving rib hat. Oopsie. Hold on, I threw something. No, stitch mark, come back.
Isn't that pretty?
So, and those are Worcester weight hats.
Yeah, they're all I don't know about your next one. Is it
My
worsted?
next one's not. Mine is DK.
And my next one is worsted.
So I'm going to let you go first.
Okay, so this says featuring sprightly with... and our very own George has things going on with Craftsy.
Yes.
So he does a lot of things with Craftsy, so you can find him there. This is the turning twine. I didn't see an extra picture of that, but you can see how pretty that is. I had this one in my queue for a while. So I kind of went a little crazy, got some...
And the one that got my attention...
I knew that one would get your
it's
attention.
featuring Cloudborne Fibers, Highland DK. Size for child, teen, and adults. And this one's just fun. It's a bunch of... They look like... it almost looks to me like ice skating penguins.
Fun. It might be. This will be the ice skates, that's all.
Yeah.
Brr. Isn't that cute?
So, I just think it'd be fun knits. So,
And then we each got something from, do you have that with you?
yes.
From Vonnie. Vonnie was very sweet. She sent us a New Year's pattern. Which
Yes,
was very
she
nice
did.
for her. I've had this one, and she put a lot of thought into this because I had this on my queue forever, and it's kind of in the middle somewhere, so I know she was thinking
mine's
about
the
it.
same way.
It's called The Author's Friend. And it looks like a shrug, but what it is, it's like a stole, and you can put, you don't even have to make the buttonholes, you just put these little buttons so it goes through the stitches, and you can make it have those little sleeves. Kind of like a, what's it called, a shrug.
Oh, yeah.
And I just need to make sure I have the right needles and the right yarn, but this one will probably be a start as soon as I can find the right needles and yarn. So, and this says to use a size 13. And if I use the yarn that Talia wants me to use that she has, it's Brava Bulky, and I might use the bigger needles just to get the drape.
And then I have Bunny Cottontail Cap by Susan Sarabasha. So this will clean my palette after I knit Laura's turtle hats.
And I forgot to say who did mine is
So it's a little tam. Cadet style cap for bunnies.
It's so cute.
It is really cute.
It's so cute. This one
So thank you,
that
Vonnie.
that Vonnie gave me is by Dandelion Girl Designs. Melissa Shashwari?
I have no idea how you would say
I'm
that.
really sorry, Melissa. It's a really pretty pattern, and okay, and you can find her as Dandelion Girl Designs. Okay, what is the next thing for you? Book, right?
Book, yes.
Okay, so I'll show mine first. Look, I am Groot, baby Groot. How adorable is that?
I left my magnet in the other room.
I am Groot. I just love it.
We are Groot.
We are Groot. This baby Groot. Okay.
And then I picked up with some Christmas money. This was, I started listening to some of my podcasts again, my history and informational podcasts again. So stuff you missed in history class and how stuff works. They talked about this on an older Stuff You Missed in History Class podcast episode, American Cookie. And basically the author, Anne Byrne, goes and finds old cookie recipes, and she goes through like what time period these cookies would have come out in the US, how what was going on in the world affected the ingredients that were used, how you can tell what time the cookie dated from based on the ingredients. So it's very interesting.
Does she adapt them?
She does adapt them so you don't, because a lot of the old recipes make assumptions, like old knitting patterns, that certain things. So she makes it a little bit more clear and adapts them to now.
I love this. That's great.
So, the one I want to make, they don't actually have a picture of, but I really want to make it. It's called the Crybaby. And the little information piece says, when children cry, do you soothe them, distract them, or possibly bake them molasses spice cookies? An old spice cookie recipe that dates from 1885 was called the Crybaby. It was an early comfort food, and just the smell of these aromatic cookies baking makes you feel better no matter what your age. Crybabies were popular in many states, Delaware, West Virginia, and much of the Midwest. They remained a favorite well into the 1960s and were placed on school lunch programs in Minnesota and Vermont. They were also a true war cookie. New York food historian Joanne Lamb Hayes, who has researched the food of the World War II years, says Crybabies have simple ingredients and an easy method and could be baked during rationing using lard or shortening if butter was scarce. And then they adapted this Crybaby recipe from Hayes' grandma's wartime baking book. So it's just it's very interesting to read through what different cookies came from where in the U.S. and why they came about.
Ooh, Dutch tea cookies. Valeria, Dutch tea cookies.
Not a lot of ingredients there. Just butter, granulated sugar, flour,
And water.
and water.
Huh.
And I think these might be the cookies. Hold on. Yeah, these are the Dutch tea cookies.
Fun.
So there's just a lot of fun recipes. I mean, they have one that's called the 1812 Rock Cookie, I believe.
Rock.
It was an 1812 Rock, I think is what it was called. I mean,
Is that like a rock on your stomach?
well, because it was so heavy,
Probably hard to bite into. You have to have tea or something.
and it had so much fruit and stuff in it. I say it was like 1812.
Fruit to help keep the moisture in it.
Right.
And nuts and things like that.
Rock.
After O.
Boop, 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 boop. There it is.
When she went to college from homeschool, she knew this.
What are you talking about? My mom totally didn't teach me stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe actually, I thought it was the 18-something rock. But there's something in here, it's called a rock cookie. And they have Hello Dollies,
I remember hearing those. I don't know if I ever had one.
homemade Fig Newtons.
Oh, that would be fun.
Let's see. American Ginger Snaps. Macaroons. School lunch peanut butter cookies.
Hello there. I was wondering what was
Oh, they're being
squinting in my
attacked.
ear.
Sarah's Raspberry Thumbprint Cookies.
We were talking about that. Grandma used to make those kind of cookies.
Yep.
Grandma Fernandez.
Chocolate Mudslides.
Ooh.
But it has coffee in it. Gourmet's Chocolate Mocha
I'll
Cookies.
put chai tea in.
Forgotten Chocolate Cookies.
Oh, gee.
And the reason they're called Forgotten is not that they forgot the recipe, but because the name comes from the old method of making meringue cookies where the cookies bake first bake, then you turn off the oven and let the cookies remain in the oven where they get nice and crispy and seem forgotten. So, and it's not a
They're
lot
crunchy.
not a lot of ingredients there either.
I'm kind of a sucker for soft cookies. I'm not as big on crunchy ones, but
Joe Frogger's or ginger cookies. A kind of ginger cookie. So, there are just a lot of fun recipes. I just wanted to find the 1908 rock cookies. I apologize. Let's see if there's a picture of the rock cookie.
I got a rock. Gives new meaning to I got a rock.
Yep, but it's called 1908 rocks. They're not even rock cookies. They're rocks. 1908 rocks.
How fun. Okay. We are...
Both cats are attacking you.
Okay.
It's a cat rebellion. And they're dragging the dog along for the ride.
Oh, PETA. Okay.
Maybe PETA's the
It's getting-
leader of the rebellion.
It's getting long, so we're not going to do the knitting ephemera today. But we do want to thank our YouTube commenters, because I didn't get to them. LNS Craft, Andy, Joan Bell, let's see. LNS Crafts, Andy, Joan, Renna, Pettis Kim, Polly Knits, and Brittany. Okay, Polly, it's good to see you again.
Yes, it is.
Always like seeing him. He was one of our first members and
Definitely our first male. member.
So, as we keep saying every time we...
Yes, probably we will
mention.
never forget that because, that was
It was
you were a
big deal.
landmark member.
Yes. He was even before George.
Yes, he was.
So, so that's cool.
For a while, it was just him and George.
Yes, it was. Two of them against all the females. So we were glad that thank you for your comments. I'm sorry I didn't get to them. I tried to keep up with a whole bunch of things and something had to slide. So the YouTube channel, unfortunately, I didn't get to.
I hearted everybody's comments on YouTube.
I did too. I saw them and I hearted them all. And, whoops, there we go. We are planning on podcasting next Saturday. So we hope to see you then. We want to wish you all a Happy New Year. We hope you had a Happy New Year. And we hope to see you back here again. We hope you have a wonderful week full of knitting, crocheting, whatever it is that you like to do for crafting or whatever it is that makes you happy. And a blessed week.
Mm-hmm.
And we hope to see you here again for the Fun in the Womb Cave on Saturday or whenever you watch. This is the Pen Hooky Needles Podcast, episode 338, and that's a wrap.
Bye.